What's up, everybody? It's our Win It Minute for the day. I'm so fired up with my good friend Rob Reger, here to inspire. I was just talking with him and we were so moved. He's here for lucky number 7, showing on the Win It Minute. Breaks all world records. He's inspired so many people. Our #1 requested partner to bring back. Rob's here to shed some wisdom to help you win the day. What do you got for us today, Rob?
Awesome, Keith. Thanks a lot. And it's kind of weird, the places that I find inspiration in life and the places where I find motivation. This one that I'm want to talk about today is an obituary. And a lot of you are thinking, how is that motivational? How is that inspirational? But I'll tell you. A friend of mine, or somebody that I know pretty well, his father recently passed away. And, obviously that was very sad and so on and so forth. The one thing that really drew my interest is the fact that when they talked about his life and what he did in life, all of the memories that they had in the obituary took place in like the first 30 years of his life. So they talked about his service, college, maybe high school athletics, those type of things. But the guy lived to be 80. So he literally lived 50 years with nothing that was obituary worthy in his life. And I started, thinking about that, and I said, if I were to die today, what would people talk about? What would they put into my obituary? And I kind of came up with a challenge or a goal for myself. And that's the second half challenge. And I encourage everybody to do this. Obviously, this is a long-term goal. I have no idea when I'm going to die, hopefully a long time from now. But what the goal is to achieve more in the second half of my life than I did in the first half of my life. And that's something that I'm going to really consciously look forward to. So for example, if I live to be 80 years old, I want to do more in the last 40 years of my life than I did in the first 40. And for a lot of people that might be difficult, but that's something that I'm going to consciously be looking to do. So I'm going to be looking to set new goals for myself. I'm going to be looking not to ride into the sunset, but do new business ventures, do investments, get more involved in different things in the second half of my life than I did in the first. So when I do pass away and people write my obituary, they look at it and they said, look, this guy did more in the second half of his life than he did in the first half of his life. And it's weird the way that inspiration took place, but it's something I'm really actively doing right now as far as inspiring myself and setting those goals down the road. Even if you look at the NFL, I watched 4 games last weekend. Guess what? The team that was leading at halftime, the other team came back at some point in the second half and took the lead. So I'm calling this the second half challenge, guys. I want everybody to take a look at your life and have you done more in the second half of your life than you did in the first? And if not, it's never too late to get moving. So that's something I'm going to be looking at. I want to peak in my 60s and my 70s, maybe even my 80s. I don't want to die and have people say, well, he was a good high school athlete, or he played college baseball, or he started a business in his 20s. I want people to look at my 60s and 70s and said, wow, this guy never slowed down. He was always setting new goals and always trying to motivate people. So that's my goal for everyone today. I'm calling it the second half challenge. If you haven't started it yet, get moving on it today. And back to you, Keith. Thanks a lot, guys.
I love that. Even just being a father of young kids, I see it all the time. When they try something new, they keep at it and they keep going at it. Where I think as an adult, if we try something new, we usually stop if we fail the first time. And I think that's what we do a lot in our adult life, is that when we hit a certain area, we just become who we are, and we don't learn and try new things and challenge ourselves. So I love that challenge. Thank you for challenging me and for challenging the Win It Minute audience out there. Let's take them up, Rob, on that second half challenge. And let's get out there and win the day the Rob Reger second half challenge way today.
Thanks a lot, man. Have a good day.